Ndị Igbo ekene m unu. Asị m ka nke echukwelu ya zelu. Anyị si ndụ mmiri ndụ azụ. Mmiri atara m azụ anwụra. Asa dara mma na eke, dara mma na orie, fọzara mma na afọ, fọzara mma na nkwọ. Ụzọ ahịa nọ nke ndị Igbo jibiri. Asị na ya dara n'Igbo na mma o. Ise. Dịka o si dị ka agbapụ na ya ọsọ igosi na ya bụ ife ji maka ya wee bịa. Na tupu anyị aga n'igosi na ya bụ ife, ọ bụla nke bụ bọsis gị. Ị na-ejete afọ channel aya n'Igbo akwụkwọ ka baro ka like and subscribe o. Tinyekwa kọmentị, share ekwe ya, tụsa ya bụ ozi ka ụmụnne anyị dị n'ebe dị iche iche wee na ya bụ ife na-eme n'obodo a. Dịka o si dị, ihe wetara unu tata bụ nnukwu update dị oke mkpa. Mma nchọ ka onye ọbụla misie ya. Mma nchọ ka ị ga ya bụ ife. Ị ga-esi ya bụ ife wetara unu. Gbasa maka ya bụ ife na-eme n'obodo. Anyị nọ n'ime ya, and nwere ndị Igbo na-azọ. Drop your own comment.
The Biafran government in exile is in the eye of the storm as we speak. The Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, has accused the Finnish government and the European Union of shielding the self-acclaimed Prime Minister of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. The Postable General has called for the arrest and extradition of Simon Ekpa to the country. The disquiet in southeast Nigeria is believed to be provoked by the Finland-based Blue. Right, Emeka? So for once we are zeroing in on Simon Ekpa.
But this is not the first time. This is not the first time Chief of Defense has spoken like that. This is not the first time that the high-ranking official of the Nigerian government has spoken like that. We have to look at the fact that Simon Ekpa is a citizen of Finland. So that, serves as a kind of a hindrance to saying his extradition. Yes, but the Chief of Defense has said something interesting, that if it was the other way around and Simon Ekpa was in Nigeria, would the government of Finland and the European Union allow such to exist? Well, it's about balance of interests, balance of strategic interests. That is why in pursuing our foreign policy, we must do it in such a way that we command respect. We continue to command respect in the Committee of Nations. Otherwise, you will even see look at small nations, the way they treat Nigerians. Nations that Nigeria used to send aid to, even pay salaries of their workers and do things for, even send soldiers to go and fight wars or to go and put down coups. Look at how they treat Nigerians. No respect for Nigerians anywhere around the world anymore. So many Nigerians in prison around the world.
When I said earlier on, quoting Warren Buffett,
yes,
a reputation built over 20 years can be lost in 5 minutes.
Yes. So
she was wondering if it is 1 minute.
It may just be even a few seconds. So now government has to look at ways of, yes, sustaining pressure on Finland and on the European Union to help in dealing with these things. Yes, you're talking about human rights. You respect human rights, no doubt about that. But you see, your own rights stop where the right to swing your arm stops where the other man's nose begins. So we must look at it in such a way. There must be a robust engagement on these issues so that we state it clearly that Nigeria is not happy and comfortable with the activities of this individual. It should not just be, the Chief of Defense Staff appearing on channels, on a TV channel and saying these things, and then after that everybody goes back to the daily run. The Minister of Foreign Affairs must make it a priority, take it up robustly, so that there should be a robust engagement with these people, so to tell them that these things are not acceptable, and then we make sure that it is sustained, it is consistent, and of course you can achieve a lot with it. Then again, in terms of technology, this fellow is using technology, he's spreading his messages. So why can't you use counter technology?
Okay.
Can't you use technology also to counter him? Yes, you cannot just sit helplessly. You know, there must be certain things you can, which of course, I praise the military, what they are doing. They are really trying here and there. The security services are trying, but there must also be countermeasures you can take using technology to make sure you cut funding. If there is funding from wherever place to wherever place, then using technology to cut off communications, in terms of communications.
But Emeka, are you not disturbed that a Simon Ekpa would want to sweep the rug under the feet of Nnamdi Kanu?
Of course, you know, when there is nature abhors a vacuum. The repatriation of Nnamdi Kanu, you know, and the arrest, you know, open the door to all kinds of people. You know, now franchise holders, they're calling themselves all kinds of names and taking advantage of this situation. But Nnamdi Kanu himself said, yes, I'm not happy about the security situation in the Southeast. Release me and I will assist you in quelling the security situation. Yeah. That's why I've called for a political solution to his matter, so that we can release him and then let him work with government to deal with this security situation. Now, when the environment is secure, we can hold conversations around issues, you know, issues of, you know, of whatever, you know, whatever areas. We can hold conversations around those issues, and we will definitely get to a point of agreement. But keeping him there and saying that you are fighting someone else, no, you are burning two ends of the candle. It can't work.
Okay, Ibn Abo, you can't ignore Simon Ekpa in the equation.
There are many ways to go around this. We have to be realistic. Do we have any form of extradition treaty with Finland? You don't ask for what you don't have. I mean, do you have any kind of treaty in that regards? Now, let me leave that. I'm looking at the whole of the southeastern region. We have about 5 states. We have Abia, Anambra, Ebonyi, Enugu, and Imo states. These governors should come together. Because let's assume that you are even an independent state, you are a sovereign nation, and you are having these issues. How do you solve it?
All right, Ibn Abo, but you think that extraditing Simon Ekpa, he will go some way of dousing tension?
I'm not too sure about that. What happened when Nnamdi Kanu was brought to Nigeria? Was there any form of abatement to the activities of the IGBO? So that is not the solution. The solution is to start from within. Let the governors come around. They are your people. What can you do? Where are they? Are they dropping from the sky? We should look for solutions within ourselves. Yes, given Mr. President is the chief of commander-in-chief of the armed forces and all of that. But if you have come up with a solution, then you cannot discuss with the president and even call on other governors to work hand in hand, because these states are bounded by other states. So you work hand in hand, and then when you work like that, when you are beginning to see some positive, responses or results, then you can begin to look at other things to be done. But for now, you can't just be sitting we are like sitting ducks, and anyone can just throw anything as well. It is not right. We have to take the bull by the horn. Bringing Finland, sending Simon Ekpa back to Nigeria cannot solve the problem. Somebody else will come up.
Simple, from another country.
Yes. So is that a solution, please? It's not.
So the whole thing sounds like business to you, a franchise to you.
Well, didn't you see when there was agitation in Niger Delta? The names you were hearing then, did anybody ever come out to tell you, I am so person, I'm sorry? You see, when you allow situations to degenerate, you may even find out that you may even have rogue elements in the security services who will be aiding people fighting against the state. It happens.
AKA fifth columnist.
Yes, it happens. Then You have people for different reasons, who are just doing things, engaging in criminal activities, and then everything is tagged around one name. The issue for me is this. Get nnamdi Kanu released. Find a political solution to his situation, and then work with him and governors, religious leaders, traditional rulers, political leaders, work with them to find a solution. And one other problem is that there are a number of villages that are deserted in the southeast. I traveled through some recently. I told you I ran into unknown gunmen at a point. So, deserted, completely deserted. And these people have run to different areas, displaced from their natural areas of residence. How do you deal with those ones? So we must take the measures to solve the insecurity situation. Everything must not be done with force.
What's on the front burner would be a political solution to the whole
to nnamdi Kanu's issue. Find a political solution. And then
so you watch if people like Simon Ekpa will still be relevant.
How would who would they be talking to? When the arrowhead is out of detention and he has said it openly that he is willing to put in effort to resolve the security situation. Why not give him a chance? Find a way around it. You see, it is when government doesn't want to act that they start making excuses. No, there can't be a political solution, there can't be this. But you've had cases where you found a political solution. You've had cases where government discontinued prosecution. So the point is that don't pretend as if your hands are tied. You cannot find solution because we are losing security personnel.
Sometimes when hands are tied, you are wondering if it's to the front or to the back.
In this situation, there's no tying of hands.
Okay.
We just have to be deliberate and intentional about it. I mean, the solution is here. Let us take it. Nnamdi Kanu came up and made a suggestion. What are you doing with it?
But if, in obedience to what the army chief is saying, Simon Ekpa is turned loose, something will give.
It is because, you see, if it is because Nnamdi is not free yet, once the boss comes out, you just said it, Arrowhead is the one. Once he is out, the people will listen to him. And then with the collaboration of all of the governors and all hands on deck.
So many people will be involved in
all hands on deck, there will be solution. Have you forgotten what happened in the Northeast? Eventually.
Gentlemen, I hear we must begin to wrap, but not before thanking both of you. Ibinabo Dixon, many thanks for your time.
Always a pleasure.
Emeka Madinago,
thank you.
We'll see you again.
Thank you very much. Yes.
Okay, that will just about do it for the show today. Join us tomorrow for another episode of the program. You may watch a repeat broadcast of this episode tonight if you missed any part of it at 11, and then on Sunday from between 1:30 and 3:30.
And by ekenekweni mono dịka si wepụta oge unu ịgekwa ya bụ ife nnukwu ozi dị oke mkpa ejemakia wee bịa n'iru akwụkwọ na Igbo Media bụ ebe anyị si wee na-wetara unu ya bụ nnukwu ozi dị oke mkpa gbasịta maka ihe na-eme n'obodo anyị nọ n'ime ya, ana gbasịta maka nwere onwe ndị Igbo na-azọ, ana gbasịta maka Maazị Nnamdi Kanu Ladies. Dịka ị nụrụ ihe nwanne anyị nwoke kwuru n'iru akwụkwọ, ka efi were ikwu n'udo nke gị asị gị kwuo ka efi were ikwu maka na otu aka o jedebe njọ ọ ya adịkwanụ mma. Ọgwụ na ọtụ ụmụnne m, achọrọ m ka unu tinyere anyị alụ nke unu ife unu chere n'iru akwụkwọ ikwucha ya bụ ife kapa arụsị ya kwurụta ụmụnne anyị ndị ọzọ ntị darụrụ nne na ụmụnne m Igbo ma na-ege ntị anyị na-ekene ndị nnekunu si na-esoyere anyị esiri ngwa nke mesịa n'ụmụ Igbo.